Hello, tutoring students. This is a miniature lesson in brainstorming, and so if you're choosing to do homework for our fall tutoring, then I'm going to show you something that will help you. And so one of the things we're going to do is in this 4 weeks, every tutoring cohort is broken down into 4-week sessions, right? So if you're in a 12-week program, this is a 4-week unit, followed by another 4-week unit, followed by a third 4-week unit. And so the reason why we go in 4-week increments is because that's how long it takes us with the amount of time that we have, 2 hours per week and twice a week, to go through the writing process in a way that's going to actually help you to use that writing process on a real piece of writing without having to do a lot of homework. Now, some of you have chosen to do homework, and I applaud you for that because I think you'll get more out of the program that way. It's good. This is called the thinking map, otherwise known as a circle map. It's frequently used for brainstorming. All right, in the center we have our ideas, or actually our topic. So if you're trying to think of places to go for a vacation, you would put places to go in the middle here, and you'd actually say things out here like Disneyland, Las Vegas, Disney World, India, out here in the larger part of the circle, and you just do so at a very rapid rate. Now remember that to be a good writer, we want to engage with ideas. Ideas are our friends, and there are only 2 reasons why students don't write. They don't know what to write about, ideas, or they don't know how to write it. So the writing techniques themselves, the skills, whether it's organization or sentence structure, topic sentences, thesis sentences, all of those things play a real important part. So, there are 4 choices for your unit assignment, which will be due at near the end of the 4 weeks. A mistake that shaped me. Write about a mistake that had a significant impact on who you are today. This could be a personal decision you regret, a misjudgment, or even an event you had no control over that changed your perspective or life trajectory. So, let me change my pen here. Okay. Yeah, don't quite know why it's writing half yellow, half white. Mistake that changed me. I know the reading is hard to write. The writing is hard to read. But this is my very first try with this new box light that I've got. It's very large, very expensive. But it's here for us. Now, here's the key with ideas. Here's the key. Go as fast as you can. Don't give yourself too much time to think, because your creative mind will do wonders on its own. Think about the times you're asleep, you're not even trying, and your mind is just dreaming in vivid technicolor. I mean, your mind is doing all sorts of things like, it's a small world after all, it's a small... And then you have all these, like, you see yourself on a boat in the water going through all of the different countries of the world, if you've ever been to Disney World or Disneyland. Kind of a silly example, but let your mind go. So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you consider a mistake that has significant impact on who you are? Impact, the first word that comes to my mind is sad. And even before that came to mind, moved from San Francisco. 1982, I was 12 years old. I didn't get to graduate with the kids that I had grown up with since I was a kindergartner. Okay? That was exciting at first, but I became sad later on. Alright. Event that you had no control over. And made me a little angry, but excited. I played along. I was excited actually because we had our own house for the first time. We used to live in an apartment. So, not as though I could have said to my parents, okay, I don't like it, we're moving back. I was 12 years old. There's not much that I can say. It shaped me because I was a new stranger. Now, if you're thinking too hard and you're getting stuck and you're sitting there, you're not doing it right. Just get the first thing that comes to mind. Maria. I don't know why that name came to my mind, but I wrote it down. And it turns out, after I thought about that... Sorry, there's a fly in the house. She used to give me ham sandwiches. I felt cared for every day that she bought me ham sandwiches. It's true. All right. Write about a mistake. To me, it was a mistake. Because here's the deal. My dad should have bought that apartment complex. I didn't find out until later. My dad was approached by our landlord, and the landlord, who we were friends with, said, hey, do you want to purchase this 4-apartment building in the middle of a beautiful neighborhood in San Francisco? It would have been worth millions of dollars now. Apartment not bought. Now, that's all. Here's what a pro does. Look at the second choice, a lesson in disguise. Sometimes what we perceive as a mistake turns out to be a blessing in disguise. Think about a time you thought you made a mistake, only to later realize it led to something positive, like meeting a new friend, discovering a new passion, or avoiding a worse situation. Well, I think when I could not play drums in church, and the drums had already been accounted for, I ended up playing bass guitar. And I didn't really like it at first, because I wanted to beat on the drums and do all that stuff. So that was a blessing in disguise, because now I have a bass guitar and I can play it, and I played on an album. I record myself playing, and it's more musical than drums. So it was a blessing in disguise. So what I could do is I could do another circle map, put the topic in the middle, which is a mistake a lesson in disguise, here in the middle. Now here I can talk about my bass guitar. I can talk about my disappointment of not being able to play drums in the church choirs. Now, look at the third homework assignment. The unit assignment. These are 4 choices. You only pick one of them. The mistake that wasn't mine, number 3. Number 4, my unexpected turn. Okay, now, these are more or less related to the mentor text that we're dealing with in class. But I wanted to give you some choice. And here is what's going to help you become more creative as a writer. Because as you learn to write, you don't want to lose that creativity. You know, children, when they grow older, they lose that enthusiasm, that innocence, and they're not as creative, and a lot of times they just give it up. I collect children's art. It is so beautiful. You want to maintain that innocence, that creativity. The way you do that is have a lot of different choices. Pick the best one. Would you go to a restaurant and point out the first item you saw on the menu? Give me the sandwich and the fries and the Sprite. Or would you look at the whole menu and figure out what works best? This is giving yourself a menu. If you do a second map, or at least you think about that second choice, the third choice, the fourth choice, you have now 4 menu items. Oftentimes, you're not excited about your writing assignment because you have no choice, right? So hopefully there's a little bit of a choice here, and guess what? Even if you don't really like this writing topic, even if it's not exciting to you, you're going to discover some ideas in here which are going to give you more choices. You can write about one of these issues. And I won't say more than that, other than let me give you a quick summary of what I'm trying to teach you. Ideas are important to capture quickly, very quickly. Secondly, when you have an abundance of ideas, an abundance of topics, an abundance of subtopics or things you can talk about, and you see everything in front of you, it's easier to decide. It's like going to your closet, picking out a white shirt and thinking, I don't know, I'm not really excited about the white shirt, I don't hate it. Well, if you had the time and you put everything on the floor from your closet and you saw all 20 of your shirts and all 30 of your pants, I guarantee you're going to find something you're excited about. That's what we have to do in writing. So, what is the homework? Well, look in the Google Doc, and in our discussion during the session, we will mention what the homework is. But this is just showing you part of what you can do for homework. There may be additional things that you can do. You can write in your idea journal. And I won't get into that now because otherwise this video would be like 15 minutes long. And it's already 12 minutes long. So I want to keep your time short so you can get busy with this. And please reach out if you have any questions at any time. Even if it's not Friday office hour, but you're stuck on something, send me a message. And if it's urgent, and you're 18 years or younger, you're younger than 18, contact your parent, and your parent can contact me through like Facebook Messenger. If you're over 18, then you probably already have my number, and then you can reach me that way. Okay? Take care. Happy writing.